I'm really looking to have the center of the lights have the lightest bit, and towards the edge of all of them, it gets darker towards the edge of the lights. And we're not touching the shadows yet.
With a Master's of Fine Art in Painting from the New York Academy of Art, a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drawing and Painting from the Ontario College of Design, and a Diploma in Animation, it would seem these aspiring artists with varying levels of experience are in pretty safe hands with artist Christy Gordon, as they learn how to recreate the shadows that fall upon us humans when we are lit in a certain way from a certain angle.
I'm going to start to go in and hit some of the lightest lights, using white mixed in with the base flesh color.
Gordon's own paintings are often a reflection of how she looks at others with a certain bit of curiosity. Creating challenging opportunities for her students to explore their own curiosity about people is often a theme in her workshops.
I'm a landscape painter, and I generally paint in acrylics. So for this workshop I'm painting in oils and I'm painting figures. So it's kind of the opposite of what I normally do.
I've done quite a few workshops, but there's always something to learn, and it's an issue of practicing and getting better and better, and every time I come I just absorb more information.
I love it. It's just so opposite the way I paint, and trying to figure out how to use colors and skin tones is just crazy because it's colors you don't expect and very different from landscape, and it's more precise and a lot of measuring, and it's a great learning experience.
With 9 years conducting workshops, lectures, and classes, Gordon helped these students get comfortable painting their own interpretation of Christopher, who posed politely.
It's actually so hard to pose for a figure painting class, especially for a class like us where we're obsessed with him standing completely still, which he is.
So he's quite cool looking here in the light.
Everyone's always really concerned about how to mix a flesh tone, but it's all kind of relative, so it's all about getting warms beside cools and having this color temperature variation. What I'm seeing is that there's some areas that are just too pinky, and I just want to bring it back into the sort of fleshy color. So I'll just lightly brush across the form. And a lot of the time you'll put down a color and then you can adjust it from there. It's it becomes more clear once you put it down what's wrong with it. Maybe it needs to be more orange, maybe it needs to be more blue. So you can put something down and then work on it. There's a large school of thought that the tone is more important than the color, and I believe that, so it's really about making sure that it's the right lightness or darkness.
When you see it come to life the way she's painting, it's pretty, it's stunning for us as artists, so I'm sure it's going to be stunning for everyone just looking at the way that suddenly this flat surface just became a human body.
She teaches us basically how to see the figure without drawing, without pencils, erasers, rulers. You use your sight and your paint brushes to measure the person out. And then it's working with paint color and learning to mix it and learning to see color in certain lighting in a person's skin, and it's all quite challenging.
From Kelowna for Shaw, I'm Tammy Williams.